Mm. The first sip. Jeez, I love that. First sip. God. Wow. Hey, welcome to the Morning Cryptos. It's Mark Shepard, and I am essentially on 90-day challenge number 3 to go deep into the CryptoVerse, and this is day 9 of my essentially third 90-day challenge, or maybe it's my fourth 90-day challenge. I don't know. It's actually more like my fourth. But you know what? I'm not good with numbers. So somehow I am learning to trade cryptos, even though I'm a math dweeb, goofnik. And it's been interesting. So without further ado, let's start the music and see what's going on today. Okay, well, Bitcoin is doing some interesting stuff, which means it's not doing much at all. And so let's go and look at the news. Where did my news go? There we go. That's yesterday. Get ready for an explosion in Bitcoin as Wall Streeters spend their bonus checks. Okay. Yeah, how about an explosion of Lamborghinis? All right. Bitcoin is $14,780. Ripple will be bigger than Bitcoin if it hits $7. Yeah, that's not going to happen today. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple News, Bitcoin price threat. Ethereum price will triple. Founder says it will surpass Bitcoin. That's Daily Express. That's mainstream media stuff. CNBC. I'm not sure what Cointelegraph has to say. We'll look at it real quick here. Maybe I'll edit it out. It's just price analysis. I try to read these, and sometimes I get something from them, but most of the time I just get confused. I am starting to learn about some of these indicators, though, that they talk about in these. So good luck with that. Let's just go back to our price day. Our price page, and just check in with that throughout the day just to see if there's any news that I might not pick up, because I do not watch the mainstream news. Mostly it's all about making your own news and reporting from where you are in the world on your own YouTube channel. Problem is nobody's watching. We're all reporting, but no one else is watching. Just kidding. All right. Let's look at Bitcoin. I drew a bunch of lines. Let me just get rid of the RSI for a second because I'm not really ready to look at it. We have an interesting thing going on here. Let me get rid of the moving averages as well. Okay, so essentially we have a band of support that Bitcoin is kind of in a sideways trading range, with the exception of last week or last weekend. It kind of rose, but it couldn't quite get it done. So yesterday and today it's been kind of futzing down here, but it seems to be holding. And that's the thing, though, with Bitcoin. It's like in a minute the damn thing can drop so rapidly that, and I guess all of them can do it, but the others are so new that it's all upside. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Bitcoin actually really could go all the way back to 10,000 in a moment's notice, and it actually did just before Christmas, right? And it then recovers pretty quickly, but it's just stressful. So I am doing everything I can to avoid being in Bitcoin at this point, because you just never know. And it's just, I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. So, and I wish it worked. I wish Bitcoin was transferable and usable. It isn't. So I am kind of using Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, mostly Bitcoin Cash, to move stuff around. So I don't know what to tell you people about Bitcoin. A lot of people think it's going to 100,000. But you know what? It went up so fast for so long that even Bitcoin needs a break. So I'm not too concerned here. I just don't want to be in it up at these levels. I don't know how, comfortable I feel up there. So it's a long way to fall. So that's my take on Bitcoin today. It's not very professional, I know, but let's look at the others, see what's going on. This is literally the first I have looked at the charts today, so good. So Bitcoin Cash, we continue to have our sideways channel, and I could kind of lighten up this little top line. It looks like we're working into a wedge. And that's okay. It's been kind of holding steady around the $2,400 mark. And that's okay. We can do it. We can do it. It might be tightening down. Nope, not tightening down. Looking at the Bollinger Bands. Okay, enough of the Bollinger Bands. Let's look at some moving averages here. And we only have the 2 on the 1 day. Let's go to the 1 hour chart and see what's going on. On the 1 hour chart, we did touch down here to this line, and then it popped right back up to the $2,400 kind of median range here. But we notice the 50-day average is touching the 100-day average, which is pretty close to the 200-day, hour, sorry, not day, hour. My brain gets mixed up early in the morning. We have the 50, the 100, and the 200-day all coming together. In my mind, and I'm very inexperienced with this indicator, people, in my mind, that goes like, wow, it's all kind of squeezing down together. That seems like I still think it's about to pop, right? And I don't know when it's going to pop. But everything else has popped. This one hasn't. It's just steady Freddy. And we've noticed, the 50-hour average has crossed the other two, in multiple spots here. So it's just it really seems to be squeezing down to something that might have some energy that needs to expand. Now, on the RSI, we've touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the last 2 weeks down here at the 30, and we've only touched and passed the 70 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So, yeah, sideways. More sideways action. But people, this is where you make the money, is when you get in on these sideways actions and then get out once they pop. That's what I'm learning how to do anyway, and it seems to be working most of the time, except when I take my profits into Bitcoin and Bitcoin takes a dump on me the next day, and I don't appreciate that. So I will be using US dollar tether more, as I said I was gonna, and then I was like, oh no, Bitcoin's pretty stable. It's gonna go up. Yeah, But that's the part that we have to master, is our own thoughts about stuff and our disappointments and emotions. So we're looking at Bitcoin Gold now, same kind of deal. Bitcoin Gold, nice sideways range here. And, we could be in for something like this in Bitcoin itself, some sideways kind of trading action for a while the market is uncertain as to what's next. Because I think there is a lot of uncertainty in the market right now. Just because Bitcoin went up so fast, so much, and the more money pours into it, the less volatile it's actually going to be. Think about that. It's just a bigger and bigger and bigger pool. It's, the ocean versus a lake. It's like the ocean, it takes a little longer to get it going. And once it gets going, it takes a little longer for it to settle down. So everything just be bigger there, but maybe slower. I don't know. That's just me flapping my lips, people. Please don't take this as financial advice, because ultimately, the more I learn, the more I realize I have no idea what's going on. Let's just grind through them real quick here. I haven't seen them, so I got to do this at some point. I might as well do it in front of you guys same deal with Dash. We got a sideways trading range. I don't even need to draw you. I mean, it's a wedge. I'll draw you a wedge. Okay, you said you wanted me to draw. Okay, I'll draw you a wedge. There's a wedgie. And this is good. I like seeing these in Dash. I don't know where you want to put it. You can call that an extra credit. Dash tends to tighten down. And again, it's that same vibrations. You bing a glass, and it goes, right? And it's just quieting down, and then something's going to ding it again, but you don't know when that next jolt of energy is coming in. So you gotta be set up. And I'm at the point now where I would consider buying some Dash, because it seems like it has kind of settled, and it's a little bit below its little mid-range of this wedge. Not a bad place, but definitely if it comes down to this line, might be getting me some Dash, although it still seems really high to me. I mean, really high, at over $1,000 for Dash. Hold on, let's get the EOS to the US dollar. That's EOS to Ethereum. Let's look at the US dollar EOS. Very different map. EOS is just in a sideways trading range, but it's going up. It seems to have shifted from going sideways to now it is going up. And I don't really know where to put this. Probably there is okay. We do have an upward thing, but it might be leveling out too, because we just had this little thing yesterday. But we'll see if this is a kind of one of those weird anomalies, a news-driven little blip below, and then it'll stay going up in its range. We did touch down on the RSI with EOS, and interesting. I have not sold any of mine, but I also haven't added to the position. I've been thinking about adding to the position, but I didn't have the funds in the right place to do it. I mostly have EOS in my Exodus wallet, but I think Binance is one of the few places you can actually get it. I have to double check on Bittrex, but I think it's a Binance deal, and I've just been using Bittrex more, so I have more of my stuff over there, so I have a little more options on Bittrex than on Binance as far as buying stuff until some other stuff pops. So that's all just, playing the deal here, whether it's what's up, what's not, what's sideways, where can I take some profit and put it into something that's low and ready to go? Where can I put my profits in something that is going to expand those profits? That's the constant question I'm asking all day. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of like a real life video game, a little puzzle that you're constantly working on. So I think it's probably good for your brain. It's probably also good to take some time off. I don't know. I'm liking EOS. I think EOS is looking strong, and I like the fact that it's holding steady and moving up. All these bottoms, we have higher bottoms. That's always a good sign, I think. All right, Ethereum. Ethereum is just crazy, people. It's like it just keeps going up and up and up. We had this nice, beautiful pullback. I could have gotten in, but I don't trust it. It's just too high. I don't chase these tops. Just not a chart that says get in. It's a chart that says if you have some, sell it. If you have some, sell it and buy something else that's going to rise with it. But I don't have any because I already sold it. I sold it all back when it boosted here. And that's the thing. Sometimes you sell and the market keeps rising and you're out. But you know what? Locking in profits is the name of the game. For me, I'm not a hodler. I just can't do it. I have to take my profits when I see it, because having profits and then having the market drop back pisses me off. I want to keep my gains if it's at all possible. Okay, IOTA, really nice sideways trading range. We have kind of a part of it is down below, and then we had this boost, and it went right into its next sideways trading range, but at a higher level. And you can see these bottoms are rising. IOTA's looking good, and it's early again in that project, and we're down at we're at $3.68. Not a bad price, I think. Particularly, it's a little bit below its horizontal range, so that might be a good little spot to get some more IOTA. I got plenty though. Now I want it to pop, but it's doing its sideways thing. Litecoin. All right, here's a sweet deal in Litecoin, and Litecoin often gives you a second chance. We had a wedge and it popped, and then it couldn't hold it, right? So you now have a second chance to get Litecoin. This is interesting. This looks like a good setup. Let's see what it's doing on the RSI. We did touch bottom here on that RSI, and it's kind of down here, which could mean it might have some, might have some room to pop. But the problem is, like, once it pops, like, really? Is Litecoin, like, what does it do? Right? It's actually a good way to transfer value. It's, it's kind of outclassed by the newer coins, right? It's kind of outclassed by Cardano and Quantum and EOS and IOTA. However, it has a track record, right? It's dependable, it's usable, and it's accepted at Coinbase, right? Coinbase lets the newbies buy it. So it's the lower priced newbie coin, right? So it still could pop, and it will, if it pops, it could go all the way up to 360. So not a bad place if you want to do some swing trading. We have a target here. Oh, what did I do? Somehow the RSI ended up up on top. Whoops. Okay, we'll leave the RSI there for a second. Jeez, hold on. Let me get rid of it. There we go. There's a little arrow there. Stop. I want it to go down. Jeez. Okay, I'm turning you off. God. Hope I entertained you with all that. I entertained myself. So I think Litecoin, not a bad place to get in right here. And I think the energy is gathering in because the bottoms are higher. It had a pop. It couldn't swing it because the other parts of the market kind of dragged it down. But I think it's fundamentally, there could be a nice run from 243 to 370. So you could get $100 of profit in here, in this range. So Litecoin, I'm gonna write that on my list because it might be time to get some LTC ? All right, Neo. Oh, there's some little. Here's a little news. Newly detected malware mines Monero and sends it to North Korean university. That's interesting. Analysts at a U.S. cybersecurity firm have detected an apparent new installer for a virus that mines Monero and sends it to a university in Pyongyang, North Korea. As the cybersecurity firm Alien Vault reported on January 8th, the malware surfaced around Christmas Eve and contains facilities that automatically deposit Monero to a wallet associated with North Korea's Kim Il-sung University. Alien Vault notes certain contradictory characteristics in the malware, making it difficult to ascertain its author, purpose, and likely metamorphosis. In their report, the researcher comments, "It's not clear if we're looking at an early test of an attack or part of a legitimate mining operation where the owners of the hardware are aware of the mining. On the one hand, the sample contains obvious messages printed for debugging that an attacker would avoid, but it also contains fake file names that appear to be an attempt to avoid detection of the installed mining software. Noting the unusually open nature of the alleged host university, it could even be that the author is not North Korean or that the recipient is not in fact what it seems. The Alien Vault report breaks down the possible scenarios given the data at hand. Okay, the address doesn't currently resolve. That means the software can't send mined currency to the authors. On most networks, it may be that the application is designed to be run within another network. The address used to resolve no longer does, or the usage of a North Korean server is a prank to trick security researchers. My guess is number 3. Yeah. Alien Vault also noticed if the North Korean government is in fact behind the operation, it may be part of a move to use crypto to provide a financial lifeline in light of sanctions against the country. So this is how they want to take down crypto. Oh, the North Koreans are using it, so we must destroy it, right? Just be aware, people. I don't believe any of that shit for a minute, right? Why wouldn't the CIA plant something like that? Sorry, I don't believe the news like that. All right, so, but wage peace, people. Let's just be peaceful. Live and let live. Okay, Omise Go. We have a nice tight little sideways range here. On the 1 hour chart. See if I can make it a little juicier here. And the 50-hour moving average is up, and it has just popped down a little bit below that. And it found some support on the 100-hour, and it also, we had a little drop below the 200-hour, but that was one of those brief little flash crash things. Omise Go is looking pretty good. I don't know if it's going to pop anytime soon, but we have triple tops here on the hour chart. So we have, we have some pretty good resistance here, which would end up being support if it pops. And we do have these rising bottoms. And this is something that I have noticed, and it's not as dependable on the 1 hour chart, but as it tightens down, I'm going to keep an eye on Omise Go. I have some, and I've been holding it for a while. So if it really pops, that'd be nice, or I might want to pick some more up. It seems a little high for me to pick it up at this point. But if it does come back in some measurable way, I might. Omise Go. Quantum. We had a nice boost in Quantum, and I was so pleased that I took profits out of Quantum. Sold all of it, and now I'm looking to buy it back, but I'm waiting until it drops to 52. Oh, it's at 52. It's almost at 50. No, it's at 54. Yeah, so that was a sweet little news pump. But notice, I got to go to a 1 day chart here, because we do have these two tops. Oh my God, come on, my mouse is making me nauseous here. Sorry, people. Got to spread it out here, and then I got to shrink it down. Good Lord. All right, so we've had these two boosts, and they're actually not too shabby. I mean, if you think of, the solid part of the rise, that top was higher than that top. So that boost was higher than the previous one, and then we had a nice sideways range. And it looks to me like we're starting to set up the next little sideways range for Quantum. And I don't know how much time you have, but it looks like there's time, at least on the 1 day chart, to let it kind of set up its sideways kind of thing. So I'll be kind of looking to see what it does, on the daily chart as we go through. On the hour chart, it looks fine. It looks like, we already have a sideways trading range, right? But I don't know that's enough data because it's touched down. But to me, I would start buying when it gets down to kind of 52-ish, or if it drops below 50. So we'll see. But I just don't think it's ready for another pop because I think it needs to rest. It was such hard work. Monero, just kind of moving up. It's just has a nice big range here, from 351 to 440. Excuse me. I like it when they go back up and down like that. You can make money doing that. So that's cool. Keeping an eye on it. That's the 1 hour chart. Some decent volatility there. I don't think Monero is going away anytime soon, people. Let's look at Ripple. Nice. I want Ripple to settle down and do its normal sideways thing so I can get in on the next boost up to $7 because this could be bigger than Bitcoin. I love it. Ripple's doing pretty well. And a lot of us libertarians don't like that. But you know what? I'm libertarian enough so that if I can make money on Ripple, I will make money off the bankster stuff. I'm just not going to believe in it. I'm not going to shill for it. Let's see what this thing is doing here. Kind of looks like we have a nice... What I like about Ripple is it sets up these sideways trading ranges. And if you can get in right here, let's say, and hang on, it'll wind its way up here, lose steam, come back down, buy some more, so you can buy more every time it comes down, or you could sell it every time it goes up to the top of its range. That's what it has been doing historically. And I've noticed that these projects do have their own kind of personalities. They have patterns that they tend to repeat. And just look at Ripple. It's long sideways. Come here. See if you can see all this. We have a long sideways thing, but in the sideways range, it was doing exactly kind of the same thing. And when it was way down there, it looked a lot bigger just because the perspective has changed. So long sideways thing, then it pops, then it goes sideways, then it pops, then it goes sideways, then it pops, then it goes sideways, then it pops, then it goes sideways. And it's popped so much that I'm feeling that it probably needs a bit of sideways action before it's ready for its next move. But again, I could be wrong because these sideways things have gotten shorter and shorter. But we had a nice dip down, so that takes some of the energy out. So it might give us a little more time. So, and let's look at Ripple on a 1 day because I think that could see how absolutely up it is. That's kind of freaky. That's a little bit shockingly up. So Ripple definitely needs some time to consolidate its new prices. But if it tumbles down, I will be keeping an eye on it. And I will pounce like a vulture if it goes down. And then we have Zcash. That's it for my main things that I kind of scroll through compulsively every hour. Zcash did a really nice pattern here. We had this wedge pattern, and boy, oh boy, it popped. And I see this over and over again, and it's not 100% guarantee, but I see it a lot, particularly in these markets these days. All right, so Zcash, maybe not necessarily at the time to get in on the 1 day. Let's look at the 1 hour. It's starting to kind of work its way into some kind of consolidation, but I don't think it's an entry point, not for me anyway. Let's look at Cardano against Bitcoin. And against Bitcoin, we have a nice kind of drooping sideways range. Against the US dollar tether, also looking good. I might look into getting me some more. I bought it back. I had bought it way low and then I sold it at $1.05, $1.16, and $1.27. So I took a lot of profits, and then now that it's below $1 again, I'm buying it back. And I think it also needs a little rest time, but I think it's a strong project, and it's gotten so much media hype and so much play, and it's just a really strong project, and they seem like they're going to solve it, right? Whether they do or not, I don't know, but I can still make money on it in the meantime, right? Don't you want to? Let's make some money. And we're providing liquidity and support and we're voting with our money. I think it's great. So that's it. I'm not going to grind through all the others that I'm watching, but I'm keeping an eye on a lot of them, and just looking like Cardano is a good, for me, what I look for to get in. Let's see if I can actually move my RSI. I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to get rid of this. No, what do I want to do? I want to move this line over here. Because this is the range down here that I would like to buy more Cardano in. And I'm going to see if it holds in that range. So that's what I'm looking at. And let's put some Bollinger Bands on here, just because I haven't said Bollinger Band in a few minutes. And here's also an instance where the Bollinger Band squoze down, but it didn't lift. It squoze down and then dropped, but that's okay, because, again, we are way up on Cardano. But I like the fact that it's consolidating at a higher level than it was, and when it did kind of crash a little bit the other day, it went right down to support. So that, to me, sorry about the twitchy screen, that to me is not looking bad. And the the 50-hour moving average is coming down, and it's crossed the 200-hour average. I do want to look at the RSI. And set it up below. So that I think is looking pretty good. We hit down at below the 30. And then it kind of popped back up to this lower quadrant. I think that's a good sign for setting up for the next one. Because I think Cardano eventually is a $100 coin. And I'm looking forward to to riding it up and selling and getting back in, and riding up and selling and getting back in. I was going to just hold my Cardano, but I just need to learn to trade right now. I think that's really my big thing. So that's it, people. That's all I'm doing. And hopefully that's not excruciatingly boring to you, but this is what I do all day. This is the putting in the work to understand and to learn and to realize that every single day you're not going to be right 100% of the time, and the markets will seem to move against you, and you have to have the emotional stamina to decide what to do and to have some strategies in place so that if things kind of go against you, you don't freak out and you don't panic. And a little emotion's okay. I was a little pissed that Bitcoin couldn't get it done. And I had taken a bunch of profits into it again, just like I did before Christmas. And I'm like, okay, I can't do that. When I take profits into Bitcoin just because that's the market that I have to use, I am going to immediately find another place to put them. And if I don't have another place that has a good buy entry, I'm just going to have to move it to US dollar tether. So I can sleep at night. And that may, and US dollar tether may crash. I may wake up and it may be gone. So then I'll learn that lesson, right? Ethereum's too high right now. I don't want to put profits into Ethereum. It's like, it would be really cool if I wasn't in Bitcoin and it actually did a leveling out and got boring for a while. Bitcoin would be nice sideways trading range in Bitcoin, so I could get a sense of where it wants to be but I can't seem to read Bitcoin. And I don't know if it's too much in the news and it's too much, I prefer these projects that are a little bit less, hyped. And so my whole process is to find projects that I really believe in, that I really like, and then to begin to take some positions in them at strategic times. So that's my whole big thing that I'm learning. And it's working pretty well so far. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and do all that stuff. Ring that little bell so you get notifications of the next exciting, action-packed episode of the Morning Cryptos coming your way. And that's it. I'm working on a bunch of other projects as well, so I haven't done any other extra videos, but that's it, people. I'm doing this every day, all day, and I'm grinding through it, and I'm checking in, and I'm learning, and I'm making some trades, and hopefully that's helpful to you. I'm still thinking my big pick is Bitcoin Cash. I think it's getting ready to move, and I think Cardano. I'm still pretty damn bullish on Cardano. I think it might need to settle down for a little bit, but that's it. Other than that, have a great and awesome day. Go ahead and start the music.